6:48, your top headlines in our Smart Start for Thursday. The breaking details into our newsroom. A woman facing a felony assault charge after police say she stabbed her roommate in Rochester.
Officers say this happened on Oriole Street around 11:30 last night, where they found an 82-year-old man stabbed. A 53-year-old woman was arrested. Police believe, as we just mentioned, that the two are roommates and that when an argument escalated, the victim was attacked. He was taken to the hospital for serious injuries, but police say he's expected to live.
Today, there's a hearing ahead of this much anticipated vote on a controversial local development. Topgolf is looking to move into the City Gate area, and according to the application, the company is seeking $4.3 million in incentives from Monroe County. In that application to Comida, the county's development arm, Topgolf says without the financial support, the project could not move forward. Some critics have been outspoken about that news, including county lawmaker Rachel Barnhart, saying while it would be a welcome addition in terms of entertainment options, she calls it a sand trap for taxpayers. Barnhart says Topgolf is not calculating project benefits correctly and believes giving it your taxpayer money would hurt other restaurants and businesses. We have her full statement in our coverage at RochesterFirst.com. That hearing's at noon at Brighton Town Hall. The vote for Comida is coming up Tuesday. Sunrise traffic here at just about 6:50 early on this Thursday. Fog is the story. We'll be getting an update on that when it'll burn off with James in your forecast coming up in just a few moments. Can tell you that at least on our map where we can see things clearly, everything's looking good on 590, 490, and 390 on the west side as well.
Well, this morning, the Throughway worker who was severely injured in a crash that killed his co-worker on 90 last week, he's still in the hospital, unconscious.
Yeah, that other Throughway worker died at the scene that afternoon. Aron Spitzer is live in studio with an update on the survivor's condition and the message from his family. Aron.
The family of Mark Vera says before the crash, he was a humble guy who loved to ride horses. Now he's in the hospital fighting for his life. Last Thursday, Vera and his co-worker Vincent Giamarva were both struck by a tractor trailer while working on the Throughway. Giamarva died at the scene. Earlier this week, Vera's wife shared in a post online that it could take weeks or months for her husband to regain consciousness, adding he is suffering from multiple broken bones and traumatic brain injuries. He's expected to undergo several surgeries over the next several weeks. News 8 spoke with the family, who tell us they never imagined a tragedy like this could happen to them and want to share a simple message. Slow down and move over in work zones, even if you don't see a crew. This is also the message shared by transportation officials.
Unfortunately, we have to use this time to remind folks again to be safe out on the roadway. You know, we have our digital signage along the highway, flashing signs reminding folks to move over when they see cones, because we just really want to avoid this. You know, we all want to get home safely to our kids and our families at the end of the day, and our highway workers are no different. So we're really urging and pleading with the community to help us out in that effort.
New York State Police did not issue any charges in the crash, and the cause remains under investigation. Vera's family also asks for continued prayers for a family of Vincent Giamarva. His funeral is this weekend. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Aram. We want to let you know that right now in Genesee County, the Sheriff's Office is having some issues with the primary phone line. Deputies note this will not affect your ability to call 911, but if you need to reach them, call the numbers on your screen. We have them right there. Take a second, 585-343-5001 or 02 for non-emergency calls. Otherwise, just dial 911.
To the lawsuit against McQuaid. This is coming from parents of a former student claiming the school allowed their son to be discriminated against and harassed based on the perception of his sex and gender. The lawsuit states the school violated Title IX by failing to stop the harassment and failed to provide reasonable accommodations for the student's medical condition. They say classmates made racist and sexist remarks. The school did nothing about it. The lawsuit also goes on to detail how another student inappropriately touched the victim, who was later diagnosed with anxiety and depression, even tried suicide at school. That student left McQuaid shortly after and never went back. A statement from McQuaid says, McQuade Jesuit is guided by our values and our mission as a Jesuit institution, and our top priority remains providing a safe and supportive learning environment for all students there.
Feels pretty good, right? She's toured internationally, recorded the theme song for the series Manhunt, and she's back to perform for the Lilac Festival tonight. Danielle Ponder, the public defender turned star performer. She's not only taking the stage while in town, she's also giving back and lifting up others. Now, she stopped by her old school yesterday, checking out the kids at school number 12, giving them some inspiration and musical stylings. Ponder, raised right here in Rochester. She says it always feels good coming back home, and she got the chance to sit in. We got a chance, in fact, to sit in with a bit of her rehearsal, talking to her about advice she'd like to share for those young future musicians.
I think consistency is the key. I think it can be really hard because it's hard to make it in this industry. And so you see people often kind of give up and say, you know, I'm never going to make it. But you create from the love of the art. And that's what I always did. Even as a public defender, I was still writing songs.
Yeah, Ponder's performance will be at Lilac Fest tonight at 7 in Highland Park. We've got our full interview with Ponder that you can watch on RochesterFirst.com.
Before that, today, our own Leanne Byer among those rappelling down for 21 Stories for Scouts at the Kodak building. This is video from last year. Liam Healy, who was new at the time, went down the tower. 15th year they've had people rappelling off the building. It's also the last year, at least for now, on the edge of the Kodak Tower, as they'll be moving elsewhere. This annual fundraiser does a lot getting scouting opportunities into areas where they've been underserved, rural areas in the city as well. You can watch Leanne and everyone else starting News 8 first at 4 doing that feat.
I always wonder how that got started. Is rappelling a merit badge you get in the Scouts now? I'm curious.
It should be.
Right. You should get one. For sure.
I'm sure some of in those the ropes courses and things like that.
Makes sense.
So yes, watch out for the fog this morning. Highs today around 70.
All right, thank you, James, and thank you for watching us here at Sunrise. We'll see you back here in 30.
Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.